My name is Dr. Jacob Tsado, the Executive Director of Prison Fellowship Nigeria. Pertinent issues have been raised, which I believe it will be good to lend one's voice as we're searching for solutions. As Prison Fellowship, we interact very closely with the Nigerian Correctional Service across the country, and we are recognized as very good partners of the Correctional Service. And I can identify with a lot of the problems and issues that the officers have talked about. I think, first of all, on the issue of sensitization and awareness, I think this is a very big issue because I looked at the Nigerian Correctional Service Act, and the synergy between the other arms of the criminal justice system and the correctional service. I think there is a gap because the Nigerian Correctional Service Act is a revolution in itself. It's a paradigm shift, from prison to corrections, changing philosophy. But how much do other members of the criminal justice system, the police, the judiciary, prosecutors, even the defense, how much do they share in this philosophy? How much are they aware of this? We have been, as Prison Fellowship, we have been conducting restorative justice sensitization workshops across a number of states. We've done it in the last few months in about 7 states. We're going to do it in Edo State this Friday. And what we discover is that when you bring all the stakeholders in the justice system together, then this message penetrates better and faster. The whole approach, to restorative justice, instead of punitive and retribution, okay, and emphasizing healing of society, healing harms, rather than just taking people and dumping them into custody and all of those things. We discovered that even judges, magistrates, police officers, listening in those workshops, they come sometimes with aha moments. And I think that's that whole of society approach to sensitization and creating this new order, this new approach. I think it is very important. Otherwise, the Nigerian Correctional Service may be working in its own silos without effective connectivity with the others who may not share its zeal and its approach. So I think that is something that this committee may want to take, so that be above the correctional service, the ministry itself would engage everybody and bring us all together, including the society, to focus on this. There's a lot of stigmatization still, in society. Okay, okay, I thought you were giving me a red card. Then, but going back to the correctional service, I think, with due respect, I share passionately with the views that have been expressed by the panel that the correctional service can still do a lot more with what it has. I think there is need for that activism, really, by the correctional service, to use what it has, to influence others. Because if a judge or magistrate can hide under the law, but when these things become public conversation, then everybody is open. And today, with social media used creatively by the service, I think they can do a lot of engagement with the public, and particularly NGOs in this sector. But what I discover is that after the headquarters, the correctional service is still very conservative in the states. So I think there needs to be that openness more from the correctional service to take in people and measures that can help them. Okay. Then I also want to talk briefly about technology, the role of technology, and I think this is just something that they need to really work on. A few weeks ago, I walked into Kirikiri maximum prison. We're speaking to ourselves here now, and pardon? It's live. Oh, well, okay, but I walked into I had reasons to, where we were, of course, legally admitted, but what was quite interesting was that at the gate, you tap, and maybe somebody opens the latch and say, "Oh, prison fellowship," or wherever it is again, and the gate opens, And the last place I went before Kirikiri was to visit a prison in the United Kingdom, and I said, "Wow, see the difference." Before you gain access to a custodial center in the United Kingdom, the technology that would have screened you will be something else. And I think that there can be a lot more use of technology in our system for security, and just helping the men and the women. I think lastly, I'd like to talk about the awaiting trial. Because of the reality that right now the population of custodial centers is actually made up of awaiting trials. In our organization, when we plan programs, we do not discriminate between those who are convicted and those who are awaiting trial, because we just take that reality and we plan for everybody. So I think that I hope that the Nigerian Correctional Service will probably change its orientation and seek to do more with those who are awaiting trial, because that is the reality. And not just that most of the people, most of the prison, the correctional centers population is awaiting trial, but it is made up of youth, young people, and we're wasting away. I think something can be done to target that group, howsoever they come into your custody. So, please, Chairperson, I put on some of my submission in a paper, and I'll submit, and when the NGOs are. Ahead of. All right. Go to the email. Okay. All right. Thank you very much.